So when we restore a car or just repair a car, we try and make it as if the manufacturer made it with the best men he had at his disposal, and they did the best job they possibly could.
Yeah.
And then you've got a car that's restored.
Well, now, not that you would because it's too valuable, but these things are so smooth and refined, you could use it as a daily driver, couldn't you, Jerry?
Yeah, it's no effort. You know, I've driven it in traffic. I drive them backwards and forwards to work a few times before I hand them over, as well as drive, you know, like give them a run. And, you know, the first time I drive them, you find bits and pieces that need doing. You know, you can try the shockers out and see if they need adjusting. You can try the steering out, try the suspension, and see if there's any rattles. And I take them back to work, and I've got a list of things that need tidying up on them. When we think we've already done it beautifully, but it's the driving that really shows it up. And then when you've fixed all the bits and you get the pleasure of driving something like this, isn't this just superb, isn't it?
It's magnificent. I can't get over how direct it seems. The power delivery seems really direct. No slop in the drive train whatsoever.
Not at all.
It's so refined.
You know, I think I told you they run Jaguar front uprights, Mark 1 Jag. Then they've put disc brakes on them, which is something you have a lot of trouble doing to Mark 1 Jag. They run a Jaguar E-Type rear, a diff that's solidly mounted. They run a D and tube with a 4-bar setup, the Turbo 400, and then the Chev 427 in this one. And they only weigh about 1,300 kilos.
Oh, that explains.
So even though the body is
the power,
even so the body is rather bulbous, it looks a bit big. You'd think it weighed, you know, if I was guessing, I'd say 1560 or something like that, which is not heavy today. But because of the simplicity, and they actually made it to go. And even the ones that ran 427s, the 327, they still went really hard. I think they were good for 170 miles an hour.
So, just as a guesstimate, what are you reckon, 400 horse maybe?
The owner tells me 560. Because it's been tricked up.
Yes.
And when he told me that, I thought, maybe I'd have to admit I didn't really believe it. But having driven it, you'd have to say,
there's definitely some poke there.
The surprising thing is the way the rear suspension is set up, and now the springs are tuned and that, it feeds it in so smoothly.